do? Welcome to Moes Mental Corner. Blue, 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 blue. So, I know it's been a while since I made a video. I honestly want to be more persistent and talk to you guys more. It's just very hard. I spoke to my cousin earlier this week about just dealing with my mental health and what are some things that can help me and drive me and motivate me, because just as much as I want to get out what I'm going through and what people who suffer from mental health goes through, I'm also dealing with things in the same time, which makes it very hard. It's been a rough months from October on in since the accident. Um, Stuff just been spiraling one thing after another, which makes it very hard for me. Um, and I try to be grateful, but it's very hard. But today I wanted to come and talk to you guys because I'm just tired of crying and yelling and punching things in my room alone. So I cut my camera on and I decided to make a video. I'm upset because the company I work for, the second company I work for, now I'm in another situation basically. Like the first situation with me having a mental breakdown, but not really as bad as the first one. The first one I was kind of like irate and just yelling and out of this world. This one I just stood there in silence and started shaking and crying. Granted, I am a chef, as everybody knows. I do cook, so I had a knife in my hand. Not waving it around, but I cut it a hole basically in the cutting board. Um, and they basically said along the lines of people being feared, people being scared. Um, and this is where I tend to have a problem with things. For one, I'm very open about my mental health. I come into interviews and I let them know. I'm very aware of certain triggers. Um, and I understand that the type of job that I do is very stressful. My therapist asks all the time, they don't know how I do it. Two jobs as a cook and not have lost my mind. But it's what I just love a challenge. I love to be, in places where I feel like everything's on me and I'm the only one that can do it. Um, it's very motivating. At the same time, how the situation's going right now is hurting. Just because I'm already dealing with a lot, and I learned um, just in 2020 that I'm not gonna bring 2019 into 2020. Um, and I've been trying to do that as best as I can. I actually had a very bad breakdown yesterday. Um, Caused a lot of problems, hurt people that I love, put them in positions I should never put them in. Um, and I think that's the most detrimental thing for somebody that suffers with mental health, because it's literally like you can try to control it as best as you can, but at the same time, there's only so much that you can do. So right now, I'm off my medication. Thanks, government, Medicaid. Thank you a lot. Um, and until that rolls back around and they fix that, I'm not gonna be on my medication. And it's just hard in certain instances. It's hard when certain things happen because you don't know how to perceive it. You don't know, what to do. You don't know how to react. All you want is somebody to be around, but you don't fully see how much they can't really help what you're going through. And I'm learning that it literally just pushes people away. It doesn't help the situation as much as you want them around. It's not gonna help. And right now, with everything that I'm dealing with the jobs and me not being on my medication and certain things that's happening in my life, it's very difficult to see the light. And people tell me all the time, like, it's gonna get better, and people going through way worse, and I get it, and I try to understand. I honestly try, but I'm sorry I'm yawning. It's just that I literally been like crying all day and just looking up at the sky. So I decided just to cut on the camera and talk, because I know for a fact that I want these videos to touch people. I want people to understand how hard it is. Like, it is very hard. And I honestly, I mean that with no intentions of discrediting what anybody else goes through. But it is so hard when it's you versus yourself. It's so hard because no matter what you say, no matter what you tell yourself, you're going to have to keep doing it, because it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't change overnight. It doesn't manifest into this big thing overnight. You feeling worthless is not going to change overnight. You feeling like, nobody loves you unconditionally is not going to change overnight. Just certain things, they don't change overnight. And it's hard. So I want people to understand that if you have mental health, that doesn't give you the right to sit up here and, treat somebody else like they're worth nothing. But at the same time, people that don't suffer from mental health, it doesn't give you the right to judge those who do. And it's not right. And, just because we have a breakdown, just because we have an episode, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden you have the right to dictate our future, or you have the right to dictate how things are handled. Because if you're not a violent person in those type situations, 9 times out of 10 you won't be a violent person. So if I tell you, like, I had a breakdown, and yes, from the videos that you have seen, you've seen me hit things, you've seen me tear up the whole house, but I've never randomly attacked anybody. I've been a cook for the last 7 years. My resume speaks for itself. I have never had an incident inside the kitchen. But it hurts because that's what people think. Like, that's automatically what goes to people's mind when they hear mental health, or they hear that you're not on medication, or they hear, that's exactly what they think. And it's hurtful. It is very hurtful. And I wish people would stop coming into it with that mindset, because we cannot get better if everybody's going to be so scared to talk about the situation, to, confront the person. Nobody came up to me. Nobody said nothing to me when I was having my breakdown. Everybody just looked at me and scattered around. And it's like, just because I'm not in that moment doesn't mean I'm not there. I see everything that's going on. I hear everything that's going on. I just can't react right now. I'm at the moment where my body is physically just shut down. So I really hope people just take the time to understand people with mental health, get to know them, ask questions. Don't sit up here and judge what you do not know. You cannot judge a book by its cover. Just because you see me out here laughing, smiling, giggling, doesn't mean I'm happy. Just because you see me wear boy clothes doesn't mean I want to be a boy. Like, things like that just really bothers me. Just ask the question. Just act like you're concerned if you really are. Until we meet again, I promise you this will not be the last video. Once again, Moes Mental Corner. Follow me, Swaggy Mo, on Facebook, Instagram, everything, Mo McAdams, YouTube. Until we meet again. Blue, 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 blue.